I was at Carrick High School this past school year. I teach second grade, but I was at Carrick High School because we had to take our children up there for a program. And there's this young man there. He was a teenager. He was probably like 17, 18, maybe 17. And he kept looking at me, and I looked back at him, and he was an African-American man, and he looked at me kind of seriously and I said, "How are you?" And he said, "Mr. Gressem." I said, "Hey." And I knew the face, but I didn't know who he was. He said, "Remember you taught me in first grade at Elliot Wild, and you used to do this, that, and the third, and you would jump on the desk, and you would do this. Oh, I used to love that." But so now, this was a nice-sized young man. Remember at first he's kind of looking at me, but if my father used to say, so when we moved to Elizabeth, we were the first black people on our street, okay? And every time people would drive up and down the street, white people, my father would wave. I said, "Dad, why are you waving at those people? They don't know you." He said, "Son, eventually they're either going to have to say, quit waving at me, or they're just going to smile and wave back." He said, "It's a lot easier to wave back than it is to tell someone to quit waving at me or stop and ask why." Now when I go to Elizabeth, no kidding, every car that goes up and down the street blows a horn and waves. So, these things you carry throughout life. Same thing with the student who I taught back in first grade. He just remembers those things. And so just knowing that he had good experiences with. And I said, "So what are you doing now?" "I'm getting ready to go to college. I'm getting ready to do this. My mom saw me. My dad saw me." Just knowing that. And so again, going back to having those high expectations and believing that they can do it, they will do it.